Close more deals with this simple gift.
The single greatest gift that we can give to another human being is our undivided attention. What led me to bringing that up is that an overwhelming amount of sentences in our language, in the English language, an overwhelming amount of sentences begin with the word I. We are, unfortunately, egocentric. Doesn't mean that we have big, bold egos, all of us. What it means is that because this is our worldview, because this is our field of view, we believe that we can attract people into our conversation by starting to talk about us. But what truly is the power is to get them to talk about themselves. The more I listen to what you say, the more fascinating you find me. So the only currency that I have is what I hear, because being someone that listens with great interest and intent, I tend to hear things that most others don't. And what that means is that there are three levels of what's going on when I'm listening to someone share their ideas, their thoughts, their experiences, their hopes, their wishes, their dreams. Most of us want to share that. As you said, not only do people want to tell their story, they need to tell their story, or they want their story told. And what's going on in every conversation is the text, the words, which we have to kind of view through the context, what's going on in the conversation. And then there's the sub, right? In addition to those words, we have said, but that's not what I meant. And that is when we start feeling a lack of harmony in the conversation. And the challenge in the selling world is that we don't have that luxury to say, oh, but that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to go on and tell you more and more about myself or my product. It's already too late. That's that famous quote from the movie from the 80s, oh no, it's already out there. Once it's out there, it's already out there. There's no taking it back.
But everything you do, from your R&D to your training to your conditioning to your sales, your clean CRM, doesn't matter when you get in the moment. When you get in the demo, when you're on the pitch, when you're in the middle of a presentation, nothing matters but the moment. When we talk about product knowledge as a crutch, it also can hobble you in the sense that you're so focused on passing that test, you're not paying attention to all the opportunities that are presenting themselves at that time. So when Mike Tyson says that, I think what he meant, and I'm not gonna question him on this, but the idea that is no matter what you do, that conditioning, all of that, it's important, but when you're in the ring, when you're in that moment, you got to think right then and there. But the idea being is that when you're in that moment, you got to be in that moment. You got to be engaged with that person. You got to be able to feel what's going on in the room. And if you're like, if they ask me this, I got to tell them that our new product has XX. What doesn't matter. You're not listening. You're not paying attention. And sometimes the opportunity is just there in front of you, and you're so worried about whatever cue you've been waiting for to pass that test, you actually don't get the client.
When we say pay attention, think about what that means, right? There are three things we spend every day: time, effort, and money. All of us are spending time, effort, and money every single day. Whether we're actually pulling cash out of our pockets or waving that magical little plastic card that is kind of creepy that it works, but we'll leave that alone for now. There are three things that we spend every day: time, effort, and money. So how are you spending your time? Where is the focus of your effort every day? The single greatest gift that we can give to another human being is our undivided attention. And I have yet to have someone that doesn't like that. But when it's one-on-one or one-to-two, when the attention comes to that person and we ask them some of the great questions like, what do you think? People are going to
go from here.
Where do we go from here? People are going to tell you.
It matters whether or not you have captured their need, their wants, their emotional and logistical drivers. That's what you're there for, to listen, not to impress.